Okay, so we are recording. Manage participants. I'm going to put you guys all on mute just for right now, just so there's no background noise. But we're definitely going to open it up to talk about, like ideas that you guys have. But I just want to share, like Rachel, for example, just joined my most recent clean eating challenge. And I think that our team, just had a team call a couple weeks ago about clean eating challenges. But I cannot stress enough how much I think challenges like this are going to help us in a cup month. That's where I get the majority of my, I'm at Success Club 8 this month. So far, I've sold 4 challenge packs, and all 4 of those came off of a clean eating challenge. So I think it's really important that we start to embrace that idea of doing those free challenges. And the entire time you're doing those free challenges, weaving in challenge group thoughts, planting those seeds. So showing pictures of you doing the workouts and your Shakeology posts. And, I try to do at least one non-Shakeology post. Like I did a Shakeology mug cake post in there to show people like this stuff is amazing. You're going to want this stuff in your life. I build relationships with my challengers. I post or I message them. So my group starts on a Monday, but I actually set it up on Friday. And I'll add everyone to the group, and I will add all my files, and then I will, over the weekend, just do some food prep posts and things like that. Sunday night, I will message everybody in the group and make sure that they're ready to go. I will ask them if they have any questions, let them know that I'm here for you 100% in this, and that I want to help you succeed. So I'm building that relationship. Halfway through the challenge, I send them another message, and it's going to be one of 2 messages. If they are, really participating in the group a lot, I will really add value to them and let them know how much I appreciate their participation and how the groups, are better when people like them participate. Like they make it a better experience for everybody. And then I also start to let them know, I really hope that you continue your health and fitness journey once this challenge ends, because you're just such a great challenger. You seem to be really enjoying this, and I'd really love to see you continue on and reach your health and fitness goals. For those who are participating, I let them know that I'm really glad they're a part of the challenge. Hey, and I let them know that maybe they're really busy. I'll acknowledge that I haven't heard a lot from them, but I'll let them know that's okay, that not everybody likes to participate as much as others. Let them know that I hope that they are getting a lot out of this challenge. And I will I will just let them know when my next clean eating challenge is, because sometimes the timing just doesn't work out, and they won't know that at the beginning of the challenge. Something will come up and just take precedent. So a lot of times when I reach out and I say, hey, if the timing of this challenge wasn't the best, I do have another one starting on Monday, February 1st. So if you'd like, I can add you to that challenge. Many, many times they'll be like, that would be perfect. This, and this happened, and I just can't devote myself to this challenge. So always let them know when your next clean eating challenge is. Always make sure you have your next clean eating challenge scheduled out. I do a minimum of 2 a month. And I can't stress enough how, in order to have an effective clean eating challenge, you need to be a clean eating challenger. You need to be the kind of challenger that you want to find. Ideally, or I guess for me, our ideal challenger is going to be someone who's checking in every day, who's having a lot of fun with it, who's posting motivation, who's posting their healthy meal pics. So be that person. I've had crappy clean eating challenges where nobody's posting anything, but I'm still that good challenger. Just because everyone else is quiet doesn't mean I'm going to be quiet. So be the kind of challenger that you want, lead by example. And then at the end of the challenge, message everybody again and let them know, hey, my next fitness challenge group, if you enjoyed this group and you would like to continue your health and fitness journey, I have whatever you're doing, a 4-week or a 5-week fitness and nutrition challenge. Let them know what the difference in those challenges are. You're going to get more one-on-one support from me. I'm going to help you choose a fitness program. There are dozens to choose from. I'm more than happy to share. I kind of take all of my messages and I just throw them into a Word document. So I save them. And I don't necessarily copy and paste, but I definitely use those as a jumping off point. I'm more than happy to share those with you guys. If you just want to see an example of like how I message people, but I have found, you know, I've run challenges where for a long time I gave up on them because they just weren't working. And then I revisited them and I tried to think like, what is missing from these challenges that's like not getting anyone excited? And I found that the private messages help a lot. And the weaving in of the Beachbody products helps a lot. So I think that I am definitely going to focus on the clean eating challenges a lot during the month of February. So I have one starting on the 1st. I will do another one starting, God, I need to get a new calendar. I still don't have a 2016 calendar. So I'll do another one probably 2 weeks after that. And then I'd also, I play a game for points in my clean eating challenges. I learned the hard way that I need to make people have a minimum number of points in order to win, because there are still groups that are really quiet. You know, you can't win them all. And I was finding like I was having to like give gifts to people who didn't do like anything in these groups. So I finally wised up and said, okay, the winner needs to have a minimum of 50 points. So I have a little game board that I just made on PowerPoint. You know, they get points. I'm really promoting myself through this game because a big way that they can earn points is by visiting my business page and liking my page and liking my posts and commenting on my posts. So I'm trying to get them to promote me, and by promoting me, they get points. They also get points just for being a good challenger, posting their healthy meal pics, posting motivational posts, things like that. I give away either a Shakeology shaker cup and a couple packets of Shakeology, or I give away some like meal prep boxes that I got on Amazon that are super cheap. There are these Chefland 2-compartment bento boxes that they're really great and they're cheap. You can get a 10-pack of them for, I don't know, like 10 or 12 bucks or something. And I only give away 5. So I just split that little 10-pack up into 2. Most people generally choose the Shakeology, but actually the winner of this last one chose the little bento boxes. So you never know what they're going to pick, but I think having that game is just a good way to keep people engaged. Yeah, I'll show you, Lisa. I have some right over here. And I'll find them on Amazon too, and I'll share the link in our group. But they're these little, I show a picture in the weekend post where I talk about food prep. I show a picture of how I prep my food, and then I show how I put them all in these little like 2-compartment stackable boxes. They have lids. Sorry, they're all about to fall over. Here we go. So the lids just fit on, and then they just stack right up in your fridge. They're great little space savers. So a 10-pack of these on Amazon, like I said, are like 10 or 12 bucks. And then I just give away 5 at a time. So it's a cheap little gift, but they're cool. Like people like these, they're nice. And when I show the picture of me using them, it makes them like them even more. So that's what I give away. Whitney, I think, was saying like she'll give away those like waist trainer belts that people use when they work out. I think she says she can get them for like, I don't know, under 10 bucks, around 5 bucks, I want to say, like at Walmart. She'll give that away. People really like that. I like to make the biggest one Shakeology, because ideally people are going to try it. They're going to love it. They're going to want it. So I try to really promote Shakeology through those groups. And I also, the other thing that I want to talk about with these groups is how I'm finding people for these groups. Sometimes I'll just put some generic post out there like, hey, time's running out to join my next 7-day clean eating challenge, blah, 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 blah. And every now and then one of those posts will just go viral, and I'll have like everyone and their second cousin like, I'm in. But normally that doesn't happen. I still post about it for sure. You want to post about it. But for me, private messaging is where I'm getting the bulk of the people for these groups. So what I'm finding is when I'm doing my power of 3s every day, or my power hour, I try to add 10 people a day. Like I try to add 10 friend requests a day. Not all of those friend requests are going to be accepted. The ones that are accepted, I immediately send them a message. You know, before I send someone a friend request, I make sure we have some mutual friends, and I make sure that there is something I can like message them about. You know, if I look at their page and I'm like, we have 12 friends, but I don't really even know any of these 12 friends, and I don't know where they're from. It's like, I don't know what I would say to this person. I don't send them a friend request because I don't want to be like a weirdo. But if they're like, say, from my hometown or from near my hometown, that's something I can bring up. If they're from where I live now, that's something I can bring up. Or if we have a friend in common who I'm like legitimately close to, I can bring that up. So say I send Lisa here a friend request. We have like 7 mutual friends. She's from Pecatonica, Illinois. I'll just be like, oh, hey, thanks for approving my friend request. You popped up in my people I may know. I saw we had a few mutual friends and you're from my hometown. Do you still live there now? Just something simple like that. And then if they answer me back, I immediately write their name down on a separate list. And this is to remind me that in 2 or 3 days, I'm going to invite them to a clean eating challenge. Because, if you listen to the top coaches, if you guys have ever done one of those like rank in the bank trainings, or, listen to the Monday wake up calls, they'll tell you how when you message new people, you want to steer the conversation towards fitness. I don't find that to be an organic, natural thing to do. I think it happens. It does. It can easily happen if they have like a picture, a profile picture where they look, like they're in a gym, something like that, where you can kind of naturally steer it in that direction. But in most cases, you probably aren't going to be able to naturally steer a conversation towards fitness. And I don't try to, I don't push that. We'll just have a nice conversation. And then 2 or 3 days later, I let it sit. I don't hit them immediately because I don't want to be that person who's clearly out to sell them something. In 2 or 3 days, I will send them a message that is very casual. And I'll just be like, hey, I know we've never really talked about health and fitness before, but I am putting together this really fun 7-day free clean eating challenge, or 10-day, whatever you're doing. And I wondered if you might want to check it out. I'll tell them a little bit about the group. I'll upload daily tips and tricks and motivation, daily workouts. I'm even going to give away a really fun prize. And then I'll reiterate, I know this is kind of out of the blue and we've never talked about health and fitness before, but I thought it couldn't hurt to send you an invite. So if it sounds like something you'd like to do, let me know. I'd love to include you. And then if they say that they would like to, I let them know, great, I would love to include you. The only thing I need you to do is register, which is totally free. It only takes about a minute. Would you like to go ahead and take care of that now? And usually they're like, yeah, sure. And so then I send them the link to my website. I get a lot more people who want to do my free clean eating challenges that way. And also it's just a great way to bring up fitness with people. I started a conversation with someone the other day. We had a few common friends and she was from my hometown. So that was my hook, I guess, for messaging her. And then she must have gone over to my page and looked through it and she found one of my posts about coaching. And so she and I are talking about coaching now. That doesn't happen all the time, but I think it's a good idea to make sure that we have some stuff on our page for people to see that what we do. So definitely put some posts on your page, maybe every couple of days. I don't know. I'm not going to tell you how often to post on your page, but I do think it's important that when we're talking to people, if they want to check us out, they know who we are and what we have to offer. So those are the ideas that I wanted to share with you guys. I know that really didn't take very long. In my mind, that was going to take way longer than it did. So I'm going to unmute you guys and then see what kind of ideas you guys have, or if you guys have any questions.
So I have a thought. I have totally neglected the clean eating challenges and I've been meaning to get back to it. I know, excuse. But what do you think about 5-day clean eating challenges?
Yeah, I've done a lot of 5-day clean eating challenges.
Okay. I didn't know, because sometimes when I did the 7-day and, constantly posting, and it seems those last 2 days, Saturday, Sunday, people are gone. They've completely lost interest.
Yeah, you're kind of right. They kind of are.
And I mean, not always. It could be, could be what I'm posting or what I'm doing too, but it just seems like 5 days is just maybe a little bit easier for people. It's less time required for them to stay engaged.
Yeah, that's a very good point. And it also illustrates the point that you definitely need to play around with these challenges and find out what works for you. Because I have had some that have been awesome and I have some that have just sucked. And I just had to really sit down and I just had to reverse engineer them and be like, okay, if this is what I want the end product to be, like, what do I need to do to get to that? And so it's definitely taken a lot of tweaking. And I am more than happy to share anything that I use with you guys. Nothing that I have really like I came up with on my own. I mean, my template is Meg Wazinski's with my own things thrown in, but the basics are hers. My meal plans were from my old coach. And I don't know if she put those together, if they were from somebody else. So, I mean, really, there's no sense in reinventing the wheel. Like, I'm happy to share the template, the messages I did come up with, but I'm more than happy to share any of that with you guys if you just want to use it as an example, or if you want to copy and paste it directly. I don't care. Like, it's yours to do with as you please. But if you find that it doesn't work for you the first time or the second time, it doesn't mean it's not going to work. Right. It is. You know, it just may mean that your audience needs something different. So don't be afraid to troubleshoot it and figure out, like, what would work better for you. This is what's working now. It will not work forever. I'm like, that template that is there now is constantly evolving. I'm taking posts out. I'm putting other posts in. So,
you know what I would like to see is like your game and how you do the points. I would like to see that.
I can share that in the chat. I think I can.
That would be awesome. I'm doing a game in my challenge group right now, and it's just super, super simple. For a regular text post, they get a point. You know, picture, they get 2 points. And if they're brave enough to do a workout video or whatever, they get 3 points. But that's making people post every day. So that I'm like, yes.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Do you give away a prize?
Yeah. I'm keeping the prizes secret, because they didn't know if people knew what it was and maybe they didn't like it, they might not want to engage. But right now it's working. And I'm going to give out a 21-day fix cookbook. Nice. So
yeah, I feel like I'm spending too much. Like, there for a while I was doing prizes in my challenge groups, and I just after a while felt like I was spending too much money. And I give away a Fixate a lot of times to sell a challenge pack, which that's too expensive of a gift.
That's right. That's a lot.
Yeah. I get a lot of people who cancel Shakeology immediately because they know that they can't afford it. And I'm like, I barely made a profit.
Yeah. Oh, I have another question.
Yeah.
So I have had this month, and it's driving me insane, I have 1 Success Club point. I've had 4 people who were all about the 21-day fix challenge pack. And they're like, I just need to order it at the end of the week when I get paid. The end of the week comes, and I can't afford it. And I'm like,
Isa, I'm right there with you. I have 4 people saying the same thing, and it's like, okay, it's the new week, and they're like, no, I have to wait till Friday. I'm like, no,
because they have too long to think about it.
I have to wait till Friday. I never get a sale out of it. If they don't buy it, then they're
it's like
doesn't mean they're not going to ever. But no, it's something we all struggle with. And I think
I wish there was a magic potion for that, because it's like they're excited about it. They're ready to do it. I'm like, look, I drink it all the time. I've been doing this for years. Like, look at where I was. Look at where I am now. This is going to help you, you know, and they're all pumped. And then.
But I think really when it comes down to it, you don't want to hear this, but they're not ready yet. They will.
I know.
Don't forget about them. Don't stop being their friend. Don't stop supporting them.
Right.
But also don't keep checking every single day. Let them know, like, and I have other customers who are ready to do this. So if you're not, okay, but I'll check back with you, you know, in a month or in 2 weeks. And I found that the biggest way that I sell challenge packs, and again, for anybody that was on the team call last week, I don't mean to like beat a dead horse, but minimize the investment and maximize the value. Like, when I talk about a challenge pack to somebody, I don't talk about you get Shakeology in a program. I tell them every single thing they get with a challenge pack, and then I put a dollar value on every single thing they get with a challenge pack. So I don't tell them they get the 21-day fix workouts. I tell them they get 7 different workouts, 1 for each day of the week, that targets a different part of the body. So your muscles are always kept guessing. Your weight loss is not going to plateau. You get 2 active recovery days. You know, I tell them as much as I can about the workouts. You need very little home equipment. I get as specific as I can. I tell them about the bonus workout, the ab workout, and then I let them know that if they order through me, I'm going to throw in a 30-minute bonus workout on me. Don't tell them on Beachbody. Like, tell them that's your gift to them. Then tell them as much as you can about the container set, what it did for you. Like, I tell them how much, when I started with my challenge group, I did MyFitnessPal, which was great. Like, it really helped me a lot. But after 30 days of logging every damn thing I put in my mouth, I was so over it. And that's the truth. Like, the containers for me were so much easier.
Mm-hmm.
So I tell them that. I tell them about the nutrition guide and how amazing that nutrition guide is, and all of the things that the nutrition guide does for you. You know, it tells you how many of the containers and what to put in the containers, what not to put in the containers. It gives you recipes. I tell them about the quick start guide, the workout calendar, the Shakeology Shaker Cup. I forgot that. And then I tell them about the 30-day trial to Beachbody On Demand, or Beachbody Club, what that all comes with, the Beachbody Meal Planner, Beachbody On Demand. I describe those things to them. I tell them about Shakeology, which I could talk for 3 days about. Try to condense it down. I let them know about my groups and how my groups are going to hold them accountable, and they're going to get the one-on-one support. And then I put a dollar value on every one of those things, including the time I put into the group. So in the end, I will tell them that this is a package worth over $500 of products and services. You're going to get it for less than the cost of Shakeology alone. Don't tell them the Shakeology is $130 and you get this for $10, because it's not. They want to buy Shakeology one time, it's $150 with tax and shipping.
Right.
Spend $150 and get just Shakeology, or they can spend $140 and get $500 worth of products and services. And then if you really need to, like, throw in a little gift. I gotta stop doing the Fix It cookbook. It gets a lot of people, but it's just too expensive. I need to find a cheaper thing. But that little gift that you can throw in there, last month I was doing these one-on-one coach consults. That was Missy's idea. And people really liked that. I've done 2 of them. One lady has just never scheduled hers, so I have one more to do. You know, and I call them and I go over their goals with them and we map out a plan. So, you know, that's something that doesn't cost anything, but it means a lot to them. Whitney's here. Yay.
That's a good idea. Hi, Whitney. That's a good idea. This is look at all the notes I have. This is just from you.
Awesome. So I have found that to be
everything's clicking right
a lot
now.
of people, like when I break it all down, you know, the whole line item with a challenge pack, they'll, you know, a lot of people will be like, yeah, I still can't afford it, but they will also say, yeah, that's really a great value. I may not have the $140 to spend right then and there, but at least they know, okay, when I get that money, I'm going to spend it. And if the challenge pack is $160, again, this is all repeat from the last team call, but I still say it's on sale. And then I say it's only $10 more because Shakeology is $150.
Right.
You know, it'd be like buying Shakeology and getting everything else for $10. So people say that when it's on sale for $140.
Right.
I think that's the wrong angle. I think a better angle would be when it's regular price, you get it for $10 more. When it's on sale, you're getting for $10 less than Shakeology. So those were the tips that I wanted to share. Those are the things that I have come up with so far. And then I want to hear everybody else's. Hi, Whit. Glad you made it home. You can unmute yourself. We're all unmuted.
Oh, okay. Hi.
Hi.
I'm tired.
I bet. You poor thing. So we all want to know how Whitney has 2 new coaches and 15 Success Club points this month.
Oh my goodness.
Seriously, Rockstar, lay it on us because we all want to do that next month.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I went through most of the year not really progressing. I mean, I was doing good with Success Club points, but as far as coaches, I think the outlook that I do now is instead of being scared to present opportunity, literally every single person that I'm talking to is asked to be a coach first instead of asking, you know, in a challenge group or whatever it may be. I'm literally bringing the opportunity to them first.
How?
And then it's stuck in their mind. So if they don't want to do it, then, you know, like I had the Kim who signed up. She didn't want to do it right away, but she, you know, did 3 weeks of the challenge group, loves it, loves, watching what I'm doing, and signed up with another challenge pack in the same freaking month. So I got points for that too because she signed up to be a coach. So it's just, I changed the way I talk to people about coaching, and I'm starting to, I was really, really, really scared to present the opportunity before, really scared. And I would shy away. I mean, I would mention it like in the challenge groups and stuff, but the one difference I made when I first, like the first week of January, was I'm literally going to bring it up to every single person that I'm inviting to my challenge groups.
But how? Like, can you tell us how you're bringing it up? Because you're bringing it up to people who haven't even experienced a challenge group yet. So how do you bring up coaching to someone who really has like no frame of reference about what we do yet as coaches?
Well, stalk the hell out of their Facebook and bring up any idea that you can think of to put in there of why they would be a good coach. So I see you, going back and forth in some of your posts with people, and you're very motivating and you're very uplifting. And, even though you might not be on your health and fitness journey yet, I see what you're doing there. And I think when you bring the two of them together, that you would be a fantastic coach. So I actually did that with the one who signed up today. Like, I told her that I haven't talked to her in a while about coaching, but that's how I brought it up to her before, was she hadn't even been in any of my groups. And she was one that I went out on a limb and just asked out of nowhere. But now she's followed me. She's literally followed me for over a year and has been in my groups for over a year and joined today. So I think a lot of this month is literally the people that I've been consistently talking with the past couple months. They're finally, coming through. And I'm not taking shit from anybody. Sorry, excuse my language. But if you're going to give me an excuse and you're not ready, bye, I'll talk to you later. Like, I'm not dragging stuff on anymore because it just brings me down. And
it brings the team down.
Yeah, and it's
like motivated people on your team if you want to grow.
Right. So instead of, being upset about that, I just moved to the next person. So
yeah, that's smart. And I think that that's something that we should bring up too, is that, another way to get Success Club points per Cup month is to rank advance and to have your personally sponsored coaches rank advance. So that's something that we all need to have our eye on. I really want to help 2 of my coaches rank advance next month. And, so I'm not looking at just getting Success Club points through challenge pack sales. We also need to be looking at getting Success Club points through rank advancements. So sign coaches, sign coaches, sign coaches. And I know we're under 10 minutes. Where we've got a little under 7 minutes to go. I think we could potentially wrap it up without having to do another link tonight. Does anybody else have any ideas? Like, just want to share like what's working for them?
I do the events. Can everybody hear me?
Yep.
Okay. I set up a page for events for my challenge group just to see people that are interested. Like, hey, I'm going to be hosting it this day. Is anybody interested? Click like or going that you want me to message you. And I get a ton of likes. So at least I have like a lead into who I can contact. And I've kind of seen some momentum go there, and I make sure I post in the event daily, like what you'll get. I'll just post like, okay, these are like the 21-day fix. Like, these are the containers. Let me explain them to you. And I kind of like break it down that way. And it's kind of brought on a lot of people. So that's an idea.
You also went a live video the other night that I saw. And
so did you.
Yeah. So you did really good, and the way that
I was freaking nervous.
You did awesome, but I wonder if we started talking to people about the challenge group through a live video. I don't know if people would ask questions, maybe like a question, answer type of deal.
When you're live, can people, like, how does that work? Like, how is going live really any different than posting a video other than obviously it being live?
Because as soon as you go live, when you're talking, like I did a live video about the performance or the Energize, and it shows you as people are getting on and they're watching your video, and you can see if they're commenting It's kind of like Periscope where you can see people like ask
so you can actually like address people in real time.
Yes, because they get a notification. If they're friends with you, they get a notification like immediately that you're going live. Like when Carl Deichler goes live, you get that notification. So it's the same for us.
I could literally
limit how many people it shows. It seems to show a lot of people. I ended up with I just totally on a whim after my workout, I didn't drink my Energize, and I was like, God damn, I really should have drank that Energize. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do a live video. I was like, screw it. This is how I do everything. I kind of just decide that I'm just going to do it. And I had 32 likes or something crazy on the video. Yeah, so it got a lot of traction. And Whitney's video killed it too. Just talking about supporting, lifting one another up.
Yeah, putting the scale away. Yep.
That's awesome. Well, I think that we all need to, I think it's challenge time. I'm going to throw down the gauntlet right now. And I want to say that I think everyone on this call and everyone who watches the recording of this call before February 1st needs to do a live video. Think about when your target audience, and that includes myself, and that makes my heart pound out of my chest. So I know it's
so scary.
It's so scary. So everyone on this call, we do a live video prior to February 1st talking about the importance of whatever. I'm not going to tell you what to talk about in your video. Obviously, something that's going to promote your business, though. And show of hands, if you have at least your next clean eating and your next fitness challenge on the books, it's scheduled, so you know when to be inviting people. Awesome. Okay, so I've got a free clean eating challenge starting on the 1st. I will start my second one on the 15th, and my next 5-week challenge is on the 15th as well. So those are the groups that I am currently promoting. Those are the groups that I am messaging people about. Those are the groups that I am signing up customers for. It's so important now, we need to build momentum now. So do not skip on those power hours or powers of 3 or whatever you want to call them every day. Get those done. And I was telling Nicole when it was just the 2 of us on here before everyone else got on, I saved mine. I have one sitting here from October, and I go back through them. Not every day, but when I have a little extra time to sit here, I'll go back to one of my old powers of 3, and I will see how many of these people that I sent a friend request to accepted. Did I private message them? Okay, I did. Did I ever invite them to a free group? Nope. Well, I better go do that now. And if I did, never heard back, okay, I'm not going to hound you. I'm not going to crawl up your back. That's cool. I put it out there. You didn't send anything back. I'm still going to go and like your posts and comment on your posts and be stalky on your page. I go back to the people that I did, that have the conversations with. I make sure if we did have a conversation about fitness, where did it end? I make sure I'm basically just double checking myself. I'm making sure nobody has slipped through the cracks. So when you write all that out, hang on to it. Unless you have an online spreadsheet or something, that you keep track of that way, which I don't. I don't know. I'm old school. I like pen and paper. This is how I work. Once I go through it a second time, I don't keep it. I've gone through it. I know nobody slipped through the cracks. Now I can recycle it. But I save all mine. So I have October, and then on the bottom of the stack is today's. I'm trying to add 10 people a day. I'm trying to message not trying to, I absolutely message every single person that accepts my request. But if you want to see more come out of February, you got to do more. If you're not getting enough points doing what you're doing now, double it, triple it. Get those messages out there. Connect with more people. We've got less than a minute. So thank you so much for being on the call tonight.
I'm pumped.
We'll schedule another one. We'll talk in the group. Good night, ladies.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks.
Bye.